Cranial Damage and the Buckeye Brawler.
All right, fans, that's what's happened last week. The IWA champion Trevor Lowe and Dangerous Damien Cass. Trevor Lowe still the heavyweight champion.
Buckeye Brawler taking the early advantage, but not pressing it.
All right, Buckeye Brawler, Cranial Damage, two newcomers here in the International Wrestling Alliance.
I like this Cranial Damage. First of all, it's an interesting term for head wound. Second of all, he just looks nasty.
Well, Buckeye Brawler looks like he's favoring the technical wrestling.
Yeah, you noticed that too, huh? Yeah.
And now Cranial Damage in the corner, taking a timeout. I think he's not used to this technical wrestling that the Buckeye Brawler has.
Well, I'm sure that was an illegal arm drag or something. There's that Greco-Roman eye poke.
Irish whip, Buckeye Brawler to the corner. Cranial Damage in with the splash.
Flying corner splash. Buckeye Brawler's having some real problems.
Oh, suplex takes him over.
And it looks like Cranial Damage can do some of that there technical stuff too. And that was a Persian stomp followed by an elbow smash.
Well, Buckeye Brawler just kicked out of that Persian stomp and elbow smash. The Cranial Damage definitely with the upper advantage so far.
And doing some damage to the Brawler's back.
All right, fans, coming up.
Oh! And he did some damage to the Cranial Damage's front.
Anyhow, coming up, fans, the main event on this week's edition of Carnage, the IWA U.S. champion Wild Bull Miller defending his title against Hot Body Shane Christian.
That's new U.S. champion, Wild Bull Miller.
Yes, he is the new U.S. champion, and he will be defending his title here on this week's edition of Carnage.
And Bull Miller's not the kind of man to drop his belt in first defense.
Cranial Damage has Buckeye Brawler up.
With this turn of events, hasn't Bull Miller held every belt in the IWA?
Yes, he has.
First man to do so?
I believe one of the first men to hold every belt here in the International Wrestling Alliance on one occasion or another. And you could probably, well, I'm sure you could thank Whippy Watson for that.
Hey, he's the holder of the IWA Triple Crown.
There's cover 1, 2, and a kick out.
Nice clothesline. Don't know a whole lot about either of these guys, except that Buckeye Brawler's just boring me to death, so I hope Cranial Damage tears him up. I mean, if I'm allowed to have an opinion.
All right, Cranial Damage delivering a few rights to Buckeye Brawler.
Ooh, and as an unbiased announcer, I gotta say, when you're in the ropes, you should break. That move, very illegal.
What a clothesline by the Buckeye Brawler.
You know, this guy wrestles pretty clean for a guy who calls himself a brawler.
Irish whip, Cranial Damage to the ropes. Buckeye Brawler with the kick to the midsection.
And a neck breaker.
And a cover. 1, 2. And a kick out.
This is actually going a lot longer and a lot better than I thought it would from two relatively newcomers. I'm enjoying this.
And Cranial Damage going to the outside. I think he needs to take a breather.
Well, he can take one out. Looks like Buckeye Brawler realized what his hands and feet are for. Cheat.
Well, I must say that was a nice maneuver by Buckeye Brawler that sends Cranial Damage to the outside. And here comes Buckeye Brawler.
Taking it to the outside. I love it when guys wrestle out here. You know that they're going to be...
Oh, and what a chop. And Buckeye Brawler follows up with another chop.
And throws him back in. You don't need to throw him back in. All you need to do is DDT him on that floor. You'll win by count out.
But maybe they like to win their match in the ring. There are still a few wrestlers that would like to see that in their matches.
But it's not for a title, so who cares?
Anyhow, why do I even bother arguing with you? You know?
I don't know. You keep losing.
Irish whip, cranial damage to the corner. And Buckeye Brawler following up.
Series of shoulder blocks.
Oh, and the referee gets caught right in the middle of the action.
Now, why did the referee jump in the middle like that?
Well, maybe he was doing his job and trying to separate the two.
But
Did that thought ever come to mind?
But they weren't together when he got there.
And a nice maneuver by Cranial damage. And Cranial damage with the cover. 1, 2, 3.
And the match is over, and Cranial damage wins. Thanks to, what was that he had on his hand?
I don't know, but fans, we'll be back with more IWA action right after this.